absolutely love Notion, and this is how I plan all my digital products, any other online offers that I'm selling, even services. I have created this planner to help keep me organized so I can keep all my assets in one place and plan my pricing as well. So let's jump in and look at the actual template.
Okay, so here is my product database, and let's scroll down to an empty one so I can show you. I shove all my ideas in here, so it's quite full. So let's click on creating a new entry, and we'll just call this a demo product. And then we'll open it, and I can show you how this works. So if you're coming up with a new idea, you can fill out the bones of this. So we've got what is it, describe product here. What does it do? So this is really about what the transformation is. Who's it for? Describe ideal customer. What's included? List everything included. And then list benefits. And then here you can add any bonuses. So for me, this is my heartbeat community. I don't use it. I don't sell off of that because I don't want to tie myself into having to run that community forevermore. But it is available to people who buy from me. But it's a bonus. It's not something that is part of the product, if you know what I mean. So then sales process. This is just to think about how you're going to sell this product. So I might say evergreen sales page, which would be what I'd do if it's a low cost item. It might be that it's a webinar or a sales call. And my marketing process is YouTube, videos, and Summit. Oh, let's say bundles. And my product format. So this is where you kind of giving more detail about the actual. I think a lot of people get stuck on this, and it's really just the delivery method. You could take a topic and deliver it in any of these ways. So that's why it's so far down in the kind of list of how you use the product database. So I'm just going to say that this is a self-study course. Then here is where you can add any graphics or photos that relate to your product once you've created it. So you'd probably come back and fill this in later. Same with testimonials, sales copy, marketing, copy, and then we can fill this bit in just now. So payment structure. So this is a self-study course, and I usually make my self-study courses quite affordable, so it would be a one-off payment. So the payments per year would be 1. That's just this number in brackets. If I show you this again, we've got 52, 12, 4, 1, 1. So that's just a guide to what number you put in here, basically, the number in the brackets up here. Proposed selling price. So I'm going to say $50 for just now. And what is my hourly rate? I'm going to say $25. The number of hours needed to deliver this product. Well, once it's created, it's a digital product, so this would be 0. However, customer service always takes longer than I think, so I'm going to put like a fifth of an hour. This is just guessing. And the amount of marketing it's going to take per person to get them to buy. This is always a bit tricky. I'm going to say half an hour. I mean, it's really quite hard to quantify this, but it's just to remember that you do have to do some marketing, and that time does cost you money in your time, if you know what I mean. So this adds up how much time you need to spend to deliver each product. And based on your hourly rate, it will come up with the labour cost of delivering that product. Then you want to take the transaction charges of whatever platform you're using to sell your digital products or courses, or like whether it's Thrivecart, Kajabi, anything like that, Stripe. You want to put in your fees here. So I use PayHip at the moment, even though I have Thrivecart. So I know their flat fee is 40 cents, and I know that they charge 5%, but I think Stripe fees are on top of that. So I always go around 7.5, 7.7 to allow for international orders. And that will work out my transaction fees. So then I can see my total costs, including my time, and then what the profit is. So I can make sure that I'm not charging too little, basically. But it can also help you make sure you're not charging too much, and kind of just gives you a guideline to make sure you're not way off the mark when you're coming up with your pricing. So that's basically how I would fill out a product in here, and I would go back once I've created graphics and got testimonials and stuff. I would link out to all this. You can change these if you want to store testimonials here. You can change this to attachment. I actually have a separate file with all my testimonials, so I would just link to that page in my Notion rather than keeping it here. You can choose whether you want this as an attachment or as a link, and to do that you just click on the dots, edit property, and you can change the type from files and media to URL is called, that's why. So you can just change it like that. But I'll leave it as it is. So then once I've got that, that means that when I've got all that information filled in, if I'm coming up with a new campaign, let's use Black Friday, I'm going to remove this because I used that in a previous video, and I'm going to put I'm wanting to sell my demo product that I just created for Black Friday. So that then pulls through the features and benefits that I'd already entered. That pulls that through here for me, and so that I've got the information to hand, and then I can easily click through and get more information and access my graphics and copy and everything once I have that created, and plan out my Black Friday campaign. And I've got a separate video showing you more in detail how this sales planner works, which I will link to now.
And if you'd like to grab a template, I will leave a link to find out more in the description.